Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope all of you are well. Today we are going to discuss chemical bonding. In the chemical bonding chapter, I had already explained you about what is Lewis dot structure. But here in this topic, we are going to study about that how you can understand the Lewis structure, how you can draw the structures of the compound, how many number of bonds are there. So these are all the things today we are going to discuss. So let's start chemical bonding. First of all, what to study? That's a Lewis structure. What is Lewis structure? As you can see, I have written on the board. You can copy this. That Lewis structure, a systematic method applicable to species in which the octet rule is not violated, can be used for writing Lewis structure of a covalent compound. As you have seen that Lewis structure as how in the ionic bond it has transferred the number of electrons, and in a covalent compounds it is not violating the octet rule. What is the meaning of violating? It is not disturbing the octet rule. Each and every element has a tendency to gain octets in its outermost cell. So here, especially if I talk about the covalent compounds, it is not violating the octet rule. How you will calculate the number of bonds, how you will calculate the formal chart. Here are the few points I have written. If you want to copy these few points, then you can copy in your notebook. Determine the total number of valence electrons in all of the atoms. What you have to do? You have to calculate the total number of valence electrons. So let's start with an example. If I talk about carbonate ion, CO3 2 minus, okay? Here I am giving you an example, CO3 2 minus, okay? First point, determine the total number of valence electron in all the atoms present, including the net charge on the species. So here I want to calculate N1, number of total valence electron. Carbon has how many valence electron? Carbon has 4 valence electron, and one oxygen atom has 6 valence electrons. So total 3 oxygen atoms will have 18. 6 3s are 18 plus 4, 22, and here 2 minus 22 plus 6 3s are 18 plus 4, 22, and 2, 24. How many total number of valence electron? 24. This is the first point. Second point, determine N2, number of hydrogen atoms plus 8 into number of other atoms. In this compound you can see there is no hydrogen atom, right? So N2 value is equal to, what is the value of N2 is equal to 2 into 0, 2 into number of hydrogen atoms, no hydrogen atoms, plus 8 into number of other atoms, carbon and 3 oxygen. How many total number of atoms? 4. So 2 0 0 and 8 4s are 32. 0 plus 32, 32. The value of N2 is 32. Now you have to calculate the number of bonding electrons. Number of bonding electrons is denoted by N3, which is equal to N2 minus N1. N2 minus N1. So number of bonds will be N3 by 2. First of all, you have to calculate the number of bonding electrons. N3 is equal to N2 minus N1. N2 minus N1 means 32 minus 24, that is equal to 8. And if you want to calculate the number of bonds, here you can write the number of bonds is equal to N3 upon 2. That is 8 upon 2 is equal to 4. How many number of bonds will be there? Number of bonds will be 4. Now determine the non-bonding electrons. Non-bonding electrons which do not participate in bonding means lone pair electrons. So N4 is equal to N1 minus N3. N1 minus N3. N4 is equal to N1 minus N3. So first of all, what is the value of N1? You can see N1 value is 24 and N3 value is 8. 24 minus 8, that is equal to 16. And now number of non-bonding or number of lone pairs is equal to number of lone pairs. Number of lone pairs is equal to 16 upon 2, that is equal to 8. Yes? You can see here N4, as I have written here, number of lone pairs is equal to N4 upon 2. So what will be the number of lone pairs? number of lone pairs will be 8 lone pairs. Yes. Now you have to arrange the atoms and tell me the total number of bonds. So this is the criteria by which you can calculate all these 4 points. First of all, you have to calculate the total number of valence electrons including the net charge of the compound. Second point, you have to determine the number of hydrogen atoms and the number of other atoms. So you will get the N2 value. N3 value, what is the N3 value? Number of bonding electrons. How you will calculate the number of bonding electrons? First of all, you have to do N2 minus N1. And now you have to find the number of bonds. So N2 minus N1 upon 2. That is N3 by 2, right? After that, you have to calculate the number of lone pair of electrons. What you will do for calculating the number of lone pair electrons, you can see here it's written N1 minus N3. The value of N4 will be N1 minus N3, and number of lone pairs, how many lone pairs will be there? You will get the value of N4, then number of lone pairs will be N4 upon 2. So by this way, if I want to draw the carbonate structure, how I will draw? You can see here carbon. Central atom is carbon. Now how many number of bonds should be there? There should be 4 bonds. And how many oxygens are there? 3 oxygens. So just suppose how I will draw the diagram, right? So you know very well. Here I am drawing 1 oxygen, 1 oxygen, 1 oxygen. Okay. Now total number of bond is 4. Means 1 oxygen is double bond. Right. Now total number of bonds, you can see here there are total number of bonds. How many bonds? 4 bonds. Okay. Now see. The 2 minus charge is also there. So 1 here and another minus is here. Okay. Now number of lone pair. How many lone pair? You know very well. Oxygen has total 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carbon has total 4 electrons. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 4 carbon valence electron. And now just suppose about this oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and here 1, 2, 3, 4. See total number of lone pair how? 1 lone pair, 2 lone pair, 3 lone pair, 4 lone pair, 5 lone pair, 6 lone pair, 7 lone pair, and here 8 lone pair. Now question you will ask me, sir, how is this possible? See here, first of all I would like to tell you, you must understand that this rule is not violating the octet rule. It's not violated octet rule. So each and every element must get 8 electrons, right? It will get or not. First of all, you will just see. This oxygen has already got 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Just by sharing the 2 electrons with carbon atom. Now just suppose about the carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This carbon has also got 8 electrons. Now the turn is about the oxygen. Here one more extra electron is added. In the above the oxygen atoms, you can see that charge one extra electron is added. Right? So what will happen? Here one more extra electron is there, and here one bond is also there. So total 6 valence electron it was already having. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here carbon had shared one, and now here one charge is also there. So you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, this one 8. Similarly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this one is 8. Since it is shared. Now by this way, if you want to calculate the formal charge, remember formal charge is equal to valence electron in atoms minus number of bonds minus number of unshared electrons. Unshared electrons means, as we have already discussed in the previous video, that formal charge formula is valence electrons minus lone pair electrons minus half into shared pair electrons. If I want to calculate the formal charge of carbon, so you know very well here formal charge of carbon will be, or any other atoms if you want to calculate any. Just suppose about this carbon, okay, I am calculating this carbon atoms. Total number of valence electron is 4 minus lone pair electron 0 minus shared pair electrons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Half into 8. That is equal to 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. So what will be the formal charge of this carbon atom? The formal charge of this carbon atom is equal to 0. So in this way, you can calculate all the atoms' formal charge. All the atoms' formal charge. First of all, you have to understand how to calculate N1 value, N2 value, N3 value and N4 value. How to arrange the atoms, how to draw the diagram, knowing the central atoms arrange and the distribution of the other atoms, and N3 by 2 bonds, then complete the octet rule, or using N4 by 2 lone pairs. So by this way we can rearrange the atoms and we can draw the number of bonds with the central atom. This is the way how we draw the number of central atom, means number of other atoms in comparison to the central atoms. I hope all of you understand. Just take a screenshot if you don't want to write them, and if you want to write, then just write these things in your notebook. So now we are moving towards the another examples. As you can see here, same type of questions, but here I have just written what are N1, N2, N3, N4, and after that the formal charge you know very well. Formal charge is equal to valence electron minus lone pair electrons minus half into shared pair electrons. Remember this formula of formal charge. Now just I want to draw the diagram of carbon dioxide, CO2. How to draw the diagram of carbon? So first of all, you have to calculate the value of N1. N1 is equal to how much? Total number of valence electrons including charge. So there is no charge here. First of all, carbon has total 4 valence electrons, and oxygen, 2 number of oxygen has 8 to the 16 electrons. How many? 8 to the 16 plus 4, that is equal to 20. And if I want to calculate the N2 value, number of hydrogen atoms, 0, 2 into 0, plus 2 plus 1, 3 other atoms, so 8 3s are 24. N3 value, 24 minus 20, that is equal to 4. Number of bonds, that is equal to 4 upon, yes, 4 upon 2. Yes, 4 upon 2. Yes, you can see here N1 value will be 16. As you can see, just check it. N3 value must be N2 minus N1, right? So that is number of bonds. And N4, number of lone pairs. How many number of lone pairs? I have done one mistake. Yeah, sorry. Just check, sorry. I have just written here 8 to the 16th electron. So here there is a little bit, sorry. Sorry for the mistakes. Just one more time, I just want to let you. I was just thinking that anyway it was mistake. Carbon dioxide, okay? N1. Total number of valence electron, carbon 4 and oxygen 6. 6 to the 12 plus 4. 12 plus 4, 16. Yeah, N2. 2 into hydrogen atom, 0. Plus 8 into other atoms, 8 3s are 24. N3, N2 minus N1. That is 24 minus 16, that is equal to 8. So number of bonds is equal to N3 upon 2, that is 8 upon 2 is equal to 4, right? And number of lone pair electrons, N4 is equal to N1 minus N3. N1 minus N3. 16 minus 8, that is equal to 8. And number of lone pairs is equal to 8 upon 2, that is equal to 4. Okay. Now draw the diagram of carbon dioxide. Central atom carbon, total number of bonds 4. One oxygen, another oxygen, 1, 2, 3, 4. Carbon 4 valence electron, oxygen 6 valence electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now you can see here Oxygen octet complete, carbon octet complete, oxygen octet complete. So here what will be the formal charge, each and every atom will be having a formal charge of 0. If you want to calculate, then you can just see here that if I talk about the oxygen first, carbon second and oxygen third. So if first one formal charge you are calculating, okay. So what will be the total number of valence electron oxygen here? 6 minus lone pair of electrons 1, 2, 3, 4. Shared pair electrons 1, 2, 3, 4. Half into 4. 2 2 ja 4. 6 minus 6 is equal to 0. Right? Now talk about the second carbon atoms. Total number of valence electron 4. Lone pair 0. Shared pair 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 by 2 into 8. 2 4 ja 8. That is equal to 0. Talk about the third oxygen atom. Similarly, valence electron 6. Lone pair electrons 4. Shared pair 4. 1 by 2 into 4. So that is equal to 0. I have told you all the atoms formal charge will be 0. So by this way you can draw the diagrams. If you still want to practice one more, then let's go ahead for carbon monoxide. Yeah? Can we go ahead for carbon monoxide? Yeah, all of you have copied this thing? It's very easy. If you want to just draw the diagram of any atoms, you can use this formula. Okay, let's start from carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide. N1 will be carbon 4, oxygen 6. 6 plus 4, 10. N2 will be hydrogen atom 0 and other atom 2. Means 8 into 2. That is equal to 16. N3 will be N2 minus N1. Sorry. Yeah, N2 minus N1. 16 minus 10 is equal to 6. Number of bonds. Sixteen minus 16 by N3 value is equal to N2 minus N1. 16 minus 10, that is equal to 6, and the number of bonds N3 by 2. 6 by 2, that is equal to 3. Number of lone pairs N4 is equal to N1 minus N3. 10 minus 6, that is equal to 4. And number of lone pair bonds or number of lone pair. What will be the value of number of lone pair? 4 upon 2, that is equal to 2. Now how you will draw the diagram of this carbon monoxide? It's very, you can just suppose this is your third question, this is your second question, and the earlier one was the first question. Can you draw the diagram? How you will draw the diagram of carbon monoxide? Carbon here, oxygen here. Total number of bonds they are saying 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? Now question is how the octet will complete. See, first of all, this is your diagram. Now I am explaining this how diagram is drawn. Carbon is having how many valence electrons? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many number of oxygen is having valence electron? 6. They are having 6 or not? Just suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 valence electrons of oxygen and 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 valence electrons of. Now question is, see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Carbon will complete its octet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2. And here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oxygen has also completed. Now question is, what will be the formal charge of carbon here? You must know the lone pair of oxygen, and that is very much important in this question. What is the lone pair electrons? Formal charge, how you will calculate? Yes, you will tell me, sir, here the oxygen, so that's why you can put here 1 plus, and here carbon is getting 1 electron, so you can put here minus. Cation and anion you know very well. So here the charge, if you want to draw the charge, then you can just say, see this 1 2 valence electron of carbon and 2 here, and just suppose about this oxygen 1 2 3 4 5 6. Just see, just check the valence electrons. Okay, have you checked the valence electrons? Now I am telling you, this is the oxygen valence electron, this one is oxygen valence electron. So I have drawn arrow towards the carbon side. What does it mean? Both the electrons is of oxygen atom, right? Both the electrons is of oxygen atom. So oxygen is giving one electron, so plus charge. Carbon is taking one electron, so minus charge. Okay. Now if you want to calculate the valence electrons or formal charge of these two atoms, so what is the formal charge formula? Valence electron minus valence electron is 4 of carbon minus how many lone pair electrons is there in carbon? There is no lone pair electrons in carbon, right? Is there any lone pair? You can say which is not doing the bond, then you will understand. Here you can see the left side, there is one lone pair of electrons, so total number of electrons will be 2 minus half into shared pair of electrons. Shared pair electrons means total how many? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 6 2 3 ja 6. So 4 minus 2 minus 3, that is 4 minus 5 is equal to minus 1. So that's why I have put here minus 1 charge. So I will understand what is the formal charge of carbon here, why there is a minus 1. If you want to calculate the oxygen formal charge of oxygen, then total number of valence electrons 6, lone pair electron. Now tell me what is the lone pair electrons. Very nice answer here. How many lone pair electrons is there? There is only one lone pair. As already I have told you here. See the two valence electrons and only one lone pair which is not taking one. So 2 electrons in one lone pair, there are 2 electrons minus half into shared pair 1 2 3 4 5 6. 2 3 ja 6. So 6 minus 5, that is equal to 1, plus 1 charge. So here there will be plus 1. So remember, by this way you can calculate the formal charge. Remember these things, N1, N2, N3, N4. Tell me any other compound if you have in your mind. Like if I tell you about how to calculate the NO2. Will you be able to calculate NO2 minus? Just calculate N1 value, N2 value, N3 value, N4 value, and after them just arrange the atoms and then put the formal charge. If you are eligible, I am giving you few homeworks and one to I will solve more for you, don't worry. Cn minus ion I will take, cyanide ion, after them NO2, NO3 minus NH4 plus, Cn minus or Cn plus, whatever you like. So here you can just see Cn minus NO2, Cn minus, this is your first question. Second question NO2, third question NH3, fourth question NH4 plus, and fifth question NO3 minus. So there are total 5 questions. I hope all of you will be able to solve this N1, N2, N3, N4. See, one by one I am solving it. Just keep patience that how to draw the diagrams. Okay. So let's start with the first question, Cn minus ion. Okay. Okay, let's start. First one. Question number 1. Cn minus. What will be the valence electron of N? Carbon how many? Carbon 4. Nitrogen how many? 5. Carbon 4 valence electron, nitrogen 5 valence electron, and minus 1 charge, so 1. 5 plus 4 plus 1 is equal to 10. And 2 into number of hydrogen atoms, 2 into 0, plus other atoms into 8, 8 into 2 is equal to 16. N3 is equal to N2 minus N1, that is equal to 16 minus 10 is equal to 6. Number of bonds is equal to 6 upon 2, that is equal to 3. N4 is equal to N1 minus N3, 10 minus 6 is equal to 4. Number of lone pair N4 upon 2, that is 4 upon 2, that is equal to 2. So, have you calculated all the values? Now you have to just draw the diagram. Cyanide minus carbon, nitrogen. How many bonds? Triple bond. 1, 2, 3. Right? Now how many lone pairs? 2 lone pairs. How many? 2 lone pairs. How you will draw this 2 lone pair? And you can see here Cn minus is there. So first of all, the one lone pair will be here, another lone pair will be here, and here you can put the minus charge. Got it? Easy? Okay, now why this minus you want to calculate? Then just suppose we are calculating the formal charge of nitrogen. Valence electron 5, lone pair electron 1 lone pair, so 2 electrons, minus half into shared pair electrons 6. 6. So now you can just check. So what will be the answer of this nitrogen? And here now the minus charge it will get here. Okay, let's check here. So 2 3 ja 6, 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. So 0 charge of nitrogen. What is the charge of nitrogen? 0. Let's calculate about the carbon. Formal charge of carbon. Total number of valence electron 4. Lone pair electron 1. Shared pair electron 6. 2 3 6. 4 minus 5, that is equal to minus. Why I have put here minus charge? Just to tell you that wherever you are getting the formal charge in the minus, so there you have to put. If I directly write here Cn minus iron, so you will think that we have to understand that minus 1 charge of nitrogen, so this one is wrong. So that's why we calculate the formal charge and then we understand that where to put minus. Got it? Okay, this was the first question. Can you tell me about the NO2 minus? All of you understanding the concept, that how to draw the diagram, how to understand the concept of formal charge, how to write these things. It's very easy. I hope all of you can understand also, right? So now I'm moving towards the second question, NO2 minus. Oh sorry, fifth question was that, yeah? Fifth question was NO3 minus. So right here the fifth question, NO3 minus. So let's start question number 2. NO2 minus. So tell me what will be the value of N1? Total number of valence electron, nitrogen 5, oxygen 6 2 12, plus 1 minus 1 is there, so plus 1. So what will be the value? 5 plus 12, 17 plus 1, 18. Okay, N2 value, number of hydrogen atoms 0, other atoms 2 plus 1 3, so 8 3 is 24. N3 value, N2 minus N1, 24 minus 18. 24 minus 18 is equal to 6. Number of bonds, N3 by 2, that is equal to 6 by 2 is equal to 3. Right? N4, N1 minus N3, 18 minus 6 is equal to 12. So number of lone pair, 12 upon 2, 6. Now you know very well here, NO2, nitrogen, oxygen, oxygen. How many? Number of bonds? Number of bonds will be 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now you have to calculate the charges. So you know very well total 5 valence electron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oxygen how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you have to calculate where to put minus charge. Okay. So first of all, if I think about this nitrogen atom, okay, calculate the formal charge of nitrogen. Formal charge. First one, nitrogen. Okay. Valence electron 5. Lone pair electron 1. And one pair means that's why I am writing 2. Okay. Half into shared pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 bonds, so 6. 2, 3 are 6. 5 minus 5, 0. So the formal charge of nitrogen is 0. Talk about this oxygen. First, second, third. Now talking about the oxygen. Oxygen valence electron 6. Lone pair, 2 lone pair, 2 2s are 4. Shared pair, 2 2s are 4. 0, right? Now talking about this third one. Oxygen. Valence electron 6. Okay, one more thing. See just here, number of lone pair is 6. That's why I am telling you. 1 lone pair, 2 lone pair, 3 lone pair. 4, 5 and 6 lone pair here. That minus 1 electron we have seen. So that's why here 3 lone pair is there. So 3 3s are 2 3s are 6 minus shared pair 1 electrons. So 2 2 cancel. 6 minus 7, that is equal to minus 1. So this minus charge will be here on this third oxygen. So by this way, can you draw the other atoms, NH3, NH4 and NO3 atoms? I hope all of you understand this concept, right? So easily you can draw the diagrams. If you will find any type of difficulties either in the formal charge or in the drawing the number of atoms, then you can just drop a comment that sir, this compound I am not able to understand. Okay? So let's move ahead with the resonance. Have you heard the word resonance? There may be many molecules and ions for which it is not possible to draw a single Lewis structure. For example, if I talk about the oxygen atoms, see, really definitely it is not possible to draw the single structure of any atoms, right? Just suppose about here, if I have told you here this oxygen is having the 2 lone pair. If I talk about this oxygen and here I put the 2 oxygen atoms, so it's not possible to draw a single structure of any compounds, right? It's not possible to draw a single structure of this Lewis structure. So there may be 2 or more than 2 electronic structures. If I talk about O3, okay, just suppose O3. You know very well, you may have seen also, like this was the first example of this formal charge in your NCERT textbook. O3. By this way you have calculated the formal charge, what were the values, right? I am not putting anything here. I just ask you that how many structures are possible. Number of structure. Resonance means what? Resonance means more than one Lewis structure. Oxygen-oxygen bond on the left is double bond and the oxygen-oxygen bond on the right is single bond. If I talk about the same structure, if I change, this is the A and the B structure, if I do like here, oxygen-oxygen double bond and oxygen single bond. Can this structure be wrong? So here you can see in the B structure what I have done, I have just done the opposite. Now if I talk about the experiment, experiment shows however that the 2 bonds are identical. Therefore, neither the structure 1 is correct nor the structure 2 is correct. Now there is a very good question. Now just suppose if I have drawn this 2 structure about the ozone, if you will calculate, if you will draw number of bonds, you know very well this 2 structure is possible. But if I talk about the resonance, so neither this first one is correct nor the second one is correct. Then which one is correct? One of the bonding pair in ozone is spread over the region of all the 3 oxygen atoms rather than associated with the particular oxygen-oxygen bond. This delocalized bonding is a type of bonding in which bonding pair of electrons is spread over a number of atoms rather than localized between the 2. Structure A and B, whatever the structure I have drawn here on the board, structure A and B are called resonating or canonical structure. What are they? Resonating structure or canonical structure. And if I talk about one more example, if I talk about, just suppose electron is a dynamic particle, if I draw here the oxygen atom, sometime here, sometime here. So this another diagram, just suppose the name of this diagram, if I put the name of this diagram here as an C diagram, okay. So what's about the C diagram? The A and B is called resonating and canonical structure, but C is called a hybrid. This phenomenon is called resonance. What is this phenomenon called? Resonance. A situation in which more than one possible structure can be written for a species in which the true structure cannot be written at all. Just suppose, you know very well, electron is a dynamic particle. Electron can't stay at one place in one atom. Electron is always revolving, just like our mind. Our mind can't be peace at a time. It is always thinking something. Anything, whatever you think, either physics, chemistry, biology, maths, whatever you can think. Your mind can't be peace. Whenever you are sleeping also, you are getting dreams because you are thinking. Similarly, electron is a dynamic particle. It will rotate into the atoms. So just suppose here, as I have told you, I have drawn the two possible structures. But if I talk about that, this, it can form here also and here also. If I talk about here also, it can be drawn. So now if I talk about, just suppose these are the electrons revolving structures of ozone. Okay. So now if I talk about that A structure, B structure and C structure. So this hybrid structure is only called resonance. What is the meaning of resonance? The meaning of resonance is that the number of possible structure, that is called resonance. What is this called? Number of possible structure. Don't think about the institute name resonance. I am talking about the number of possible structures. As you have seen how to draw the number of atoms, number of bonds, number of lone pair, number of formal charges you have seen now. Similarly, the number of possible structures of any molecule, atom or compound is called resonance. Got it? So let's draw an atom or a compound resonating structures, right? So here on the board you can see I have written about the resonance. What is resonance? Number of possible structures for a species or a molecule or a compound, and in which the true structure cannot be written at all. As already I have told you, it can't be drawn a true structure of any compound because electron is a dynamic particle. It starts shifting from one as the nucleophile or electrophile element or a compound is there. Electrons start shifting to one atom to another atom. So that's why it's not possible to draw a true structure of any species. So that's why the number of possible structures is called resonating structure, as I have drawn some of the compound resonating structure. First is carbonate ion. Carbonate formula you know very well, CO3, and the ion is 2 minus. From where this, if anyone will ask you where this carbonate ion has came, so I am telling you about the carbonic acid. H2CO3 has breakdown into 2H plus CO3 2 minus. So this was the carbonic acid, and carbonate ion has came from the carbonic acid. So you know very well here this is the structure of carbonate. C is in the central atom, first oxygen double bond and rest to oxygen single bond. Both the oxygen is having -1 charge. So CO3 2 minus is there. If I have drawn here and I have confirmed you that this is a fixed structure of carbonate, it's wrong. Now if I talk about, if I don't put here double bond, I put this double bond on this oxygen. Now question is why you have put, right? So I have already told you the number of possible structures. Just suppose this oxygen, this double bond will shift here, so this minus charge will shift here. So as you can see here, this both oxygen atom has got here -1 charge, right? So you can see both these oxygen have got -1 charge and here double bond. Now if I talk about this third oxygen has got a double bond, you can just see the electrons are what the electrons are doing. Earlier these two were having electron rich, means more than 6 electrons they were having. So now if anybody will have, just suppose about why these are shifting. Question is about electron rich compound and electron deficient compound. Electrophile and nucleophile, these two things you have to understand. Electrophile and nucleophile, more than means whatever the valence electron capacity is there, as we have learned in the atomic structure chapter also about the nuclear charge effect. If the nucleus is having 5 number of proton and 5 number of electrons, if I give 6 number of electron, then atomic size will increase, as I have told you in the periodicity chapter also. Why it will increase? Because the number of electrons are adding and number of proton is fixed. If I remove electrons, the atomic size will decrease. Why? Because the nucleus attracts the rest of the electrons and the repulsion between the electron become less. So remember these words, the electrophile and nucleophile. I'll go detail in when I will teach you organic chemistry. Just remember, when it will get whatever the capacity it is having and it is getting more of, here the oxygen must have 6 valence electrons in its outermost orbit, and it can share the 2 electrons and it can complete its octet. If it gets more electrons, then what will happen? So that electron rich species will start transferring electron to another, because electron is a dynamic particle. Same thing has happened here. You can see both these electrons got one minus charge. These are the formal charge. Now this electron has shifted to here, so the first one came here. Now this oxygen shifted here, so here the double bond. So that's why I have drawn here this dot dot. What is the meaning of this dot dot? Revolve. Just suppose about the benzene, C6H6. These are the carbons, CH2, CH2, all the carbons, CH2, CH2, CH2 compounds are there. Okay. So no need to write this CH2, CH2. I have just written here because to understand. Benzene C6H6. Sorry, not CH2, CHCl. Because already bond is given na. CH2, CH2, CH2. When you write that time you have to write. So all this CH and this one bond. So that's why here C6H6 benzene. Now just suppose here one I have drawn here. Just suppose this double bond had shifted this first position to second position, this third position to fourth position, fifth position to sixth position. So that's why I have written here the number of possible structures. You can see here the electron is rotating. It can't be stable at one place. So that's why whenever you draw a structure of benzene, you put a round figure. When you draw a resonating structure, that time you have to show that earlier it was on the first position or the double bond has shifted to second position. How the electrons has transferring from one carbon to another carbon. Got it? Similarly, you can see the vinyl chloride. Just suppose here the vinyl chloride. It was very nice structure fixed, but I have already told you true structure cannot be written at all of any species. It is a resonating structure. So you can see here now. This CH2 has got minus and chlorine has got positive charge. Now shifting of electrons, because resonating structure, it is a number of possible structures. As you can draw any compound. Here we will not go in detail because we are reading here chemical bonding. When I will teach you the organic chemistry, that time I am just giving you some rules to write resonating structure. First one, only electrons may be shifted, and they may be shifted only to the adjacent atom or bond positions. Just remember, adjacent atom is just beside of that atoms. If you want to write these points in your notebook, then you can write also. Only electrons may be shifted, and they may be shifted only to adjacent atoms or bond positions. Second point, the number of unpaired electrons should be same in all the canonical form. The number of unpaired electrons should be same in all the canonical forms. Third, the positive charge should reside as far as possible on less electronegative atom and negative charge on more electronegative atom. I am repeating this. The positive charge should reside as far as possible on less electronegative atom and negative charge should reside on more electronegative atom. Like charge should not reside on adjacent atom. Remember this word. Like charge should not reside on adjacent atom. The larger the number of resonating structure, greater the stability of species. As it will have more and more number of resonating structure, the stability will be greater of that species. Greater number of covalency add to the stability of the molecule. So this was, if I tell you to draw the carbon dioxide, earlier it was carbonate, and now I am drawing the structure of CO2. As you have seen, the structure of carbon dioxide already I have shown you. Just suppose I am drawing the structure of carbon dioxide. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the general structure as we draw when we calculate the formal chart. That time the drawing structure was this. Now question is how I will draw the resonating structure. What I have told you, less electronegative will put a positive charge and highly electronegative will put a negative charge. So just suppose here this lone pair repulsion is maximum. Lone pair repulsion is maximum. These are the lone pair electrons. What is this? These are lone pairs. What are these? Lone pair electrons. Lone pair electrons, and these are bond pair electrons. What are these? These are bond pair electrons. So remember, lone pair maximum repulsion, then compared to lone pair bond pair, and very less reaction in bond pair repulsion. This is the repulsion theory of electrons, remember. So what will happen here? Here you have seen the carbon, both the sides oxygen. So now this, because of this repulsion, what it will do? Here the oxygen will get 3 bonds and here oxygen will get 1. So what will happen to that second oxygen? You can see here in the carbon dioxide. What I have done here? Because of maximum repulsion, you can see here already here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here lack of electrons, here excess of electrons. Now what happened? What you have seen in the first compound, because of the lone pair repulsion. As you can see the second structure. Just suppose about the second structure. Now what will happen in the third structure? Have you ever supposed what will happen in the third structure? In the third structure, again this positive charge will shift here. What will happen? This positive charge will shift here. Have you seen? First, second, third. And now one more, the last one, as its carbon dioxide is already you have seen. So now what will happen, you know? This carbon will be having 2 plus charge and both the oxygen will have -1, -1. Right? Have you understood? Now you will tell, sir, so you have to remove these bonds. Just remove this bond. So now you will understand why 2 electrons I have put here. What are the charges? I have already told you, you must remember this word, that repulsion in lone pair. So what is lone pair? Electrons which do not participate in bonding are called lone pair. So as you have seen, the lone pair maximum repulsion, then lone pair bond pair, and very less repulsion in bond pair electrons. Since it is having a less repulsion, that's why the bond is formed, right? So as you have seen the structure, the four structures. What you have seen? The four structures. Now, after understanding the concept, I will give you some of the questions related this whatever I have taught you today. What would I have taught you? I have taught you how to draw the diagrams of a Lewis dot structure, how to calculate the number of bonds, how to calculate the number of shared pair electrons, how to calculate the number of lone pairs and bond pair, and after then formal charge. I hope today was the numerical practice of this chapter, chemical bonding, in which two things we have learned. First one, Lewis dot structure, formal charge, and resonating structure. You have to draw a few compounds resonating structure for practicing. So then only you will be able to understand. I am giving you some of the homeworks, NO2, NO3 minus. This 2 is your homework to draw the resonating structure, and I have given you about how to calculate the formal charge. At 5 questions I have given you. Solve that 5 plus 2, this 7 questions while sitting at home. Enjoy the moment. If you do not understand any concept, please put your doubt into the comment box section. Then I am able to understand, yeah, the students are not able to understand this concept. So definitely in the next video what I will do, I will explain in a detail about that things. I hope all of you have enjoyed the video. If you have liked my video, if you are understanding the concept, hit a like button, subscribe the channel, share this video with your friends, and press the bell icons for the latest notification. That's all. Thank you. Stay at home, stay safe. Thank you very much.